Mm-hmm. Give me a little bit. I am trying to get all these comments to show up. Okay. I think it should show up now. Let's leave this guy alone. I want to move this to here. Alright. Alright. Okay. I think this works. Let me talk on this guy. Uh-huh. I'm already signed in, friend. That's fine. Let's check this chat bot. Okay. Give me a little second. I'm just trying to make sure that all this shows up right. But I think it's good based off this rendering. Okay, cool. So today, I got through some of the testing for the Soundcore, and I am going to go through more of a dedicated listening session here. But I figured I'd do it live so I can get some suggestions from people. But yeah, we're going to be focusing on the Anker, Soundcore, Liberty Pro 3s, especially because a lot of you guys have been requesting it. I've been a little bit slow on getting this review out. I have been listening to them constantly, but I have been a little bit slow because, you know, seasonal depression, all that sort of stuff. Let's see. Hey. What's up, Mark? Appreciate you tuning in again. But yeah, so right now we're just kind of throwing in whatever Google threw at my face. But I am going to go through and listen to this a little bit more in depth. I did get through my field workout, and I was actually pretty impressed with how they performed. They had a really long range, and I didn't really have any issues in terms of things slipping out. I mean, they came with a tremendous amount of like tips and stuff. One second. But yeah, let me switch this real fast. So yeah, let me pause you, Drake. But yeah, so these guys, the packaging is super dope. Not gonna lie, like that's the cleanest. That's just the cleanest packaging I've seen. Like no nothing I have to like, you know, like remove. Nothing that's like flying around. It's all like so tightly organized. Like even the manuals are nicely hidden away, so like cables and everything, it's just so well put together. I'm super impressed. But as you can see here, there's like a bunch of tips, a bunch of wings, a bunch of everything that not everyone provides, and I love that they gave that. So I did play around a little bit with what I wanted to do in terms of these, in terms of like the tips and stuff. But I think what I picked is these hook guys, just because it made more sense, and they fit in my ears extremely well. So I was able to run through them, and there was really no issue. But let me turn you down a little bit so I can just hear myself a little bit. Okay. All right. Oh my God, yeah, the packaging is dope. So that's something that I think Anker always does with all their stuff. So like I am a big proponent of their batteries as well, and their cables. I'm actually using it to power my camera right now, ironically. But yeah, I wasn't expecting that from them since they're not known. Well, I mean, they are known for this headphone, but in general, they're not known for headphones. So they're killing the game on that front. But we are here for sound. So let me throw on some music. I have just Drake running in the background, but anything you guys want to listen to, let me know. I'm going to throw in the suggestion box in here. But I do kind of want to run through the Silk Sonic album just because I haven't been able to give it a good listen, and my friend Mark has been raving about it. And and my dad likes some tracks on it just because it has that old school feel. So I might put that album on, just to start off with. But as you guys add some stuff, I will switch up tracks along the way. I don't need to do the intro. I already listened to that one. Fly As Me, I love. I wish I could like actually put this so you guys could groove with me, but I'm pretty sure I get pulled down. I don't know how listening parties work with YouTube. I'm still trying to research that, but in the future, I would love to have a listening party with you guys so that we can listen together. But I'm just listening out of the Bluetooth right now. Can I put this somewhere where it's like noticeable? So this one's really balanced. And it might just because of the groove. Like the bass isn't too overpowering, and I think it's because it's a little bit more funky and less like hip hop oriented. It is hip hop obviously because it's Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars, but it's not overpowering at all. There are certain songs with the Soundcore that do get overpowered, so you have to tune it a bit. But this one's just stock tuning, and it sounds great. And you deserve to be seen. Somebody as fly as me. Somebody says, ah. Yeah, I don't know. I love this song. Sometimes you gotta tell your girl that, yo, you gotta be on my level. And this is like the perfect song for that shit. So we're looking at Fly As Me. So let's see. Yeah, there's a nice little like, I don't know what is that instrument. I want to say cowbell, but I don't think it's a cowbell. But it's in there. I would like it to punch it a little bit better. It gets a little bit drowned out by that bass. Yeah, that's dope. I mean, the vocals sound freaking amazing on these. Yeah, yeah. I mean, Anderson .Paak sounds better than Bruno on this one. Let's see what they throw me. I think those are dope. Okay. I need to figure out some more pros for that song. Let me go back. Like when I do these, I literally listen to the same song like 4 times in a row. So one, I know what I'm listening for, especially because this is a new album that I don't know the song that well. But I also want to make sure I'm hitting all the pros and cons. So if we're looping through songs, my bad. But again, you guys aren't listening, so you're not gonna be as annoyed as me. But feel free to listen along on your own tracks and tell me what you guys are hearing from the songs, and see if I can, and tell me, like, what things I should listen for, because obviously I'm not an audiophile. I do like listening to a lot of music, have a lot of tech, but I'm always down to hear what you guys think are distinctive about songs, and I can see if these headphones actually make those shine. So keep that in mind. Dun 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 dun. There's a little bit of grit in Bruno that's missing. Runs, I think. That punch. That punch. Yeah, everything's super clear. Yeah, there's just a little, there's something wrong, not something wrong, there's something missing from Bruno's runs here. And it might be how the things are tracked, but I listened to these on, like, over ears, and they just perform a little better. I mean, even with that, I would assume that it would be for all headphones for that one, but I don't think it's how it's tuned, or how it's run by Bruno, or produced. I think it's just kind of how this headphone is rendering it. And again, I'm not tuning this. I'm doing stock Soundcore signature just because of the fact that I don't want to be switching, because it's going to skew all these results. Especially because a lot of people have wanted me to run this past, what do you call it? They've wanted me to run this past the EQs. And I have a couple of sound samples still from those headphones. I did return those, unfortunately. But I do still have the sound samples from that. So I'm going to run them across the stock optimal version of their EQ. So I want to make sure that's at least a little equal, so I'm not too, like, messing with the sound signatures on either one. Hey, friends. Just Josh, Dave, what's up, man? Things are going good. We're going over the Soundcore 3, or Liberty Pro 3s. And just going over a bunch of different songs. So if you guys have suggestions for songs, and you can tell me what you want me to see if they emphasize, throw them in the chat. I'll add it to the suggestions side. Right now, I'm just going over the Silk Sonic album just because I haven't had a good listen on it. But yeah, in terms of the early determination, I like them. Like, they're probably going to be my go-to all-rounders, especially at the price point. They're amazing. Like, I know some people are like, oh, there's no way that they can be as good as there's no way the EQs could be as good as these, but the EQs are $400, and there's a reason for that, and I'll get that in my full review. But these, for, what is this, under $200? Amazing. Like, pretty solid in terms of the renderings. Very, 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 very versatile across genres, and really, really good features. Like, I have every control I need. ANC is pretty solid. A lot better than a lot of ones even that are over like $250. But from a sound perspective, there is separation and clarity things from these ones that I would say they don't quite punch as high as those $300 headphones that you guys got, like the PI7s. Hey, man. I mean, like, what's your favorite song these days? I'll throw it here, even if it's not like audiophile centric. I'm not audiophile centric. I just listen to a bunch of crap. So, what are you listening to? I did. I did personalize it to my ears, so I did the whole test. I did the Hear ID. I did everything that I could that could like, configure it to my ears, and then I put for at least for this test, I put the flat normal Soundcore signature. Dave, you're killing me. What are we looking at? Are we looking at like features and stuff like that, or just sound? You gotta tell me, man. I'll throw price aside, but you gotta tell me what you're looking for in a headphone. Is it sound? Is it features? Is it ANC? Is it microphones? I'll let you know on all of those. I think I have a good sense of it, and I've recorded most of the review already. Ed Sheeran. Let's see what he has new. I think he had a new track come out. Oh, he's got a whole album. That's why I knew he had something. Okay. Okay. That is, Dave, you're right. And that's the reason why I asked you what's important for you, is because I love the EQs in terms of the sound. I hate them in terms of controls. Yeah, these ones. You want to go these ones. So like, well, but more for casual everyday listening. I think for casual everyday listening, you can use it on these ones. I don't think you'll have any issues. There are some songs and certain genres that get a little bit bass boosted. You're gonna have to bring those down in the app, but it's super versatile across genres. The EQs, however, if you're not gonna use them for the gym and you can have your phone to control the playback, those are gonna blow everything out of the water in terms of sound at a $400 price range and under. It's just, I mean, I talk to this with my friend Sig in Denmark all the time. Like, as much as we try these headphones, the separation and clarity on those EQs were, it made me cry, bro. Like, it's so good. Like, when I listen to some of these headphones, I'm like, crap, it sounded so nice on the EQs, but it's really hard to justify unless you're purely sound focused, because the controls are frustrating, and the fit is a little bit frustrating too. I mean, they do have foam tips to make it fit better, but they stick out a ton. And whoever came up with that control function of like everything's through a double tap, and that's all I get, like, why? Why? Yeah, man. I mean, I try to be as detailed as possible. I know I get a lot of shit for having really long reviews, but I mean, I don't know how else to do it. There's just too much to talk about, especially for headphones. So like, what is it? 1 second. So I've been having to do I got to do the Pixel at some point. You know how much is in here? I'm going to split up into a bunch of videos. Otherwise, you're going to be guys who are going to be watching like the Titanic with me. Like, I'm going to be splitting this up into a bunch of videos just because as much as I like talking to you guys, I'm sure you're going to get sick of me after 3 hours. Yeah, dude. They need to fix that. Like, that's like, I was talking to my friend Sig in Denmark. He said that they did like, user group testing that would to see an experience and everything. I don't know how a single person didn't say like, hey, can I get more controls in the earbuds? Because literally every headphone I have has more controls than that guy. Even the Nura or the Nura Trues, I don't like how limited those are, but it's still better than the EQs in terms of controls. But the sound is sound is good. Okay. Josh P, give me a track that you listen to. There's too many in that new album that I can't pick unless I'm just gonna start the album from scratch. Yo, this song is hilarious if you haven't heard it. Smoke it out the window. She belongs to everybody. Give me a track and I'll listen to it. Bad habits. I'm on it. Also keep a track of what we've requested just in case someone requests the same thing. Oh, messing up my formatting. Yeah. All right. So, I don't think I've heard this song. Josh, what should I search? What should I look for in this track when I'm listening for it? I mean, I could listen to it one time and go for it, but yeah. Psych trance. I'll try it. You know, we can listen to it for like 5 to 10 minutes and see how it sounds. Oh man, okay, fine. I'm gonna listen to the song one time and see what I get out of it, and then I'll listen to it a second time and then see if it does it well. Oh man, this is hard because I'm listening all through the same headphone. Look, how can I do this? I'll figure it out. I might have to like swing back and do the what am I listening for thing, but it's fine. We can start with it. Let's just do the song. Bah. So, obviously there's a key section. Probably bass balance. I can see this getting overpowering when it starts building. It's actually really punchy. Yeah, 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 yeah. I think. Yeah, it stays super controlled. Yeah, even the keys, they keep their sort of like hauntingness to them. When that bass, I thought the bass was gonna get overpowered just from other things I've listened to, but it doesn't. It stays in there. This might be a really good genre for this headphone. Even that snare. I'm trying to be critical here, but it's hard. I'm not hearing anything bad. Everything's really controlled. Everything's really balanced. Wait, did he just say that nothing happens after 2? Lyrics. There's a lyrics thing on this guy, right? Oh, is that only on the phone? That's lame. Things happen after 2, guys. We're not that old yet. I'm pretty sure all y'all are younger than me. So, stuff happens after 2. You just gotta make it happen. Unless he's just saying I'm toxic. That could also be accurate. What are $60 JBLs? Are those over ear or are those earbuds? I mean, I might be able to check it. $60 JBL headphones. Are they the Tune 660 NC? Let me bring them up. Let me see if these are the right ones. JBL $60 headphones. Are they these? One of these Tune guys? 660 NCs? No, not those. Yeah, let me know which ones. I'd like to see what you got. I mean, before I do the review, I'll definitely do a second listen of Bad Habits. But I mean, I couldn't find anything really critical. Those worked super dope with it. Let's try a trance station. I wonder if I can access this through the YouTube Music app. Probably. I could do actual songs, or I could just do something like this. It's 2 hours long. I won't know what to listen for these ones, but I'll just give you an overall my thoughts on it. Yeah, Mark, you gotta tell me if this is like what you're thinking when you typed in psych trance. I'm not sure if this is exactly what you're referring to, but this is what came up on Google Music as a video to ref. So I'm giving it a shot. Try one that says live. Oh, I might have to actually go to YouTube. Let's see. Let me pause this guy. Let me actually go to YouTube. And then psych trance slide. This one? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Which one? Which one are we doing? I'll let you guys pick. Are we doing planets? Are we doing Buddha guys? Are we doing nature? Or are we doing basic girl nature? Live 400 BTs. Okay, I'll go look at that after we figure out which of these stations we're picking. Mark, you might have to be the one guy. You might have to be the one that gives me the 1, 2, 3, or 4. Let's see. But he said he got them for 50. Interesting. I'll type that in and see what I'll get. Yeah. So look on the top of my screen. I'll probably just gonna pick one of the first four. Do you have a link? If you have one, I mean, I'm just picking stuff that's in the Google search or the YouTube search. But if you have one in mind, just link it to me. I'll click it. But let me take this JBL Live 400 BTs that you guys are talking about and see what these look like. So they're on-ear headphones. On-ear headphones. I mean, I think JBL is a good brand for intro level headphones for sure. Their build is also pretty solid. Their support is also really solid, at least from what I've had from like Bluetooth speakers. I've had quite a bit of their Bluetooth speakers, so I really can't complain. They've been able to get me replacements really quickly. Are they comfortable? I feel like this thing would clamp the crap out of your head and there's not that much cushion. Got this thing on top. Who knows? Let's see. Bluetooth has live stations. Okay. Mark, you have to either link me or I'm going to just pick one of these ones from the top of the search from Google. Okay. I'm going to go with this one just because the art looks cool. Oh! I got to turn you down. Blue Planet. Let me see if I can get that one up on the screen. This guy. Oh, this one. Blue Planet. I'm just going to go back to chat and see if this is right. Yeah, the layering's good. This is actually good to test layering, since I'm guessing everything builds. But this is also not live, so I can't do this one. So let's go to something live. Fake AirPods Pros from Walmart. Hey man, if they get you what you need for music, it's good. When you're ready to go into like a more premium set, obviously there's a lot of different ranges under 200. But to me, I think it's like better to save for something that you will like rather than like make every step along the way. So if you if this is working for you so far, I would say the hell with it, just use it. If it works, it works. As long as you're happy, that's all that matters. But these Soundcores, if you ever are interested, might be something that you might be interested in. And maybe there'll be a Black Friday deal. I have no idea. Anker actually does Black Friday deals quite a bit, or they do it every year. But I think there's some pretty good deals. I just don't know if they're bundle packages or just individual items. So something you should check into. But let me start this Blue Planet thing. I'm just going to go with the actual Blue Planet. Ain't no one in this lobby, though. But I mean, I'm one to talk. There's probably no one in my... I mean, there's you two. But I'm one of two watching on this one too. What they're playing right now is they're doing what is it, a 300 sound sample. So it's funny. It reminds me of like 2005 with the memes. Pick the Blue Planet. I must see if they have a live version of the Blue Planet. I don't actually see one that says Blue Planet. Or are you talking about like literally this Blue Planet? Because that's the one I picked earlier. But this one also says Blue Planet in terms of like, I think the artist from like a label. But again, that's not live. Let me see. Mark, if you can link me, I think that'll make it most accurate. I don't want to pick the wrong music for you, especially if you want to know how this all sounds. But I can pick that Blue Planet guy, like this guy. If you want. Let's see, Josh. I am new producer too. I need to get new good headphones at one point. I just don't want to drop the money on the headphones like that. Yeah, dude. Trust me. I was something similar where I was playing around with music out of college, and I had some friends that were into it, and unfortunately they were like Berkeley School of Music kids, so they had expensive tastes. But yeah, especially if we're talking music production, I would not go with earbuds. I would go with like over ears. And I think ones that I think I don't regret buying and I think are really good intros are like, what was it? The Audio Technica like M40s. They're cheaper than the 50s, and I think they sound a little bit better than the 50s. I had the 50s because I think that's all they had back in the day. They didn't have all these different generations of stuff. But the 40s are commendable, and I believe they're relatively cheap in comparison to like some other things. But the thing that you'll need for production is a very flat signature that's, maybe slightly warm. And I think those kind of fit the bill. But yeah, if you're intro, definitely something that I would suggest if you're looking. Yeah, man, whatever works. I stress that all the time. Like coming out, I played so much with headphones. I bought all these crazy things, and I ended up having to sell them for a loss because I just got so into the audiophile game without knowing what I was listening for that it was just like I just shoot in the dark to like listen just for stuff. So I have like amps. I have tube. I have tube amps. I have electric amps. I have a bunch of different stuff. I have like crazy speakers that I've like kind of acquired over the years, but I didn't need them all. Especially because especially as I started traveling for work, I found myself never using them. But I've found love for them again because we've been home more in quarantine. So like again, these Fostex Purple Hearts, love them. They were expensive, and I wasn't using them for like years, but I found a use for them again. So it's a nice little surprise. But could I have saved that money and done something else with it? Probably. Okay, so nothing from Mark, but I'm gonna pick that Blue Planet one again, and we'll just roll with it. It was very Spartan-y, but maybe they moved past the Spartan. I'll put a timer on this because this is a live stream, so this will go for a while. So I'll put a timer just to make sure that we're not listening to this all night. Timer. I'll just stopwatch. But that dude sounded like Spike from Cowboy Bebop. I wonder if I could turn this on for you guys. without like getting copyrighted, because this is technically on YouTube anyway. But I have no idea. I am fucking terrible with this like copyright crap. The last video I put in with any sort of music got ripped down, not even like demonetized. It just got straight ripped down. They're like blocked in all countries. Yeah. So I'm on one right now. So if you saw the top here, this guy right here, yeah, this is what I'm listening to right now. This is just like YouTube music, but I'm not listening to this right now. I'm listening to this guy right here. I don't know why the visual's not showing up, but it's probably some weird OBS stuff. You know what? Let's play just a little bit and see what happens. Maybe I won't get in trouble. Probably super loud for you guys. So let me bring this down a little bit. Can you guys hear that? You guys let me know. Obviously, this is not going to be running through my headphones, so that's not going to be a good representation of what I'm hearing. But at least you guys know what I'm listening to. And I hope this doesn't get pulled since I'm listening to it. Dope. Yeah, so sorry if I keep asking you guys questions. It's just because like I'm new to Streamlabs OBS, and I just don't know how everything works while I'm streaming. I definitely know how it works when I'm like pre-recording something, but it's slightly different in terms of performance. So I'm just checking. Yeah, man, Fostex. I'm waiting for them to start layering in some instruments. Unless it's dying. It might die and switch tracks. But I'm waiting for them to layer on some more music or instruments so I can see how that renders. Yeah. But maybe it's just this guy's run. I can try a different one if this is like not what you're expecting, but I think this is what Mark was looking at, right? I might go back in his stream and see what's up. Let's go back. Wow, this guy has been streaming for like 8 hours. Let's see if there's something more chill. This sounds like that sounded like a video game boss fight. Okay, I think this might be a good place to start. Yeah. The keys or xylophones sound super nice to them. They have a nice sparkle. I do think it's because like, so basses, wow, Voltaire, what English are you speaking? Bass and treble do very well in terms of reproduction on these. However, they do miss a little bit of the mid end, or the mid. So some clarity things are an issue, but if you're listening to dance music, I think it sounds perfect because that V shape is something that will work. But once you start introducing like vocals and sort of like mid instruments, you will need that sort of clarity in the middle to sort of differentiate things. But for dance music and like even that Ed Sheeran thing, I think this V shape works really well for those genres. I mean, Mark, I will say that this is just straight going from my computer to your ears. It's not running through these guys, so it may not sound exactly as clear, but it sounds good from what I'm hearing so far. And like I said, that V shape is probably gonna make this stuff sparkle like wonderfully. So like bass sounds like it's punchy, and then anything on the high end sparkles nicely. I can see that. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on, so I can see headphones that would get muddy, or like you wouldn't be able to differentiate the different parts as well. But I think these ones go well. Like they're keeping up with it. It's not too muddy. I mean, it's not muddy at all. It's very, very clean. Yeah, even the bass is staying pretty punchy. All right. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, even like this. See, so it's super hard for me because I don't know what to call these different instruments, but whatever that frog noise was, like they were, it was kind of like going back and forth between them. You could differentiate those really, really clearly. Yeah, you don't really need mids that much for this music, so it's good. Ha! Reginald. We were talking about this earlier in the stream. So if you're looking for, let me turn this down a little bit just so you can hear me. If you are looking for, I don't know how much, but yeah. But if you are looking for something that is, no, you're good, bro. It's, I'm just happy you showed up. But if you're looking for sound separation, clarity, all that sort of stuff, the EQs blow these out of the water. However, if you want playback controls, good ANC, pretty solid sound, and like all the controls in the world that you might need, and like ability to change everything inside the application, these kill the EQs. The biggest problem with the EQs are the fit, and because they are bulbous and they may not be everyone's favorite fit. And the other one is the controls, because they're extremely limited and you can not do that much with controls on the app. You can EQ things to an extent, but you can't EQ them as refined as this would. I would say that the EQ seems a little bit more dynamic on the EQs. Like you can notice a bigger difference when you adjust things around, but you don't have the granular sliders like the 7-pin that you have like on a traditional EQ like you do on the Soundcore app. So the Soundcore app does kind of punch it out that way. But if you're talking about sound quality separation and like all those like really technical things, you're gonna notice a lot more on the EQs than the Soundcore. Mark, we're probably gonna listen to this for another minute and then we'll figure out another track. But this was good though, especially because this brought in a lot of bass, and it's showing me that like it's staying controlled for the most part. So I was gonna say that like bass was gonna get overblown in a lot of things, but it doesn't. It just really depends on the genre. Yeah, this sounds great. And maybe if it doesn't sound as overpowering because there aren't vocals, but I've just noticed like with like let's say like Pop Smoke, like dude got like drowned out by some of the bass in his songs. But this is fine. This sounds great. But yeah, Reginald, like these sound good. These sound good, but the EQs sound amazing. It's just technically a better headphone, and like all that price is really into one, their brand, because Bang & Olufsen's fancy, and that R&D that they have on the sound signature that they've created. All right. So let's take a switch up and mute this so future things I do not get copyrighted. Wow, my mouse is struggling right now. All right. Awesome. We did these BTs. We talked about these BTs. Let's go back to the script. So we did that. We did Bad Habits. Let's see what other songs we would do. I need to come back and revisit the cons. I really didn't hear anything. BU. Ah, hello. Can I get a bullet? What am I looking for? Nope. On bold. Revisit. Just a note for myself. But thank you for the suggestions, guys. This has been helpful. I'm going to insert another row for whatever else we're listening to. So let's go back and see what is... I don't know. Let's see what's on the homepage. Throw something random at it. So Whenever Flies Me, we were listening through Silk Sonic's album as a whole. There are some different cool things there. I'm trying to think what else might be good. I mean, I'm gonna definitely go over like a hip hop song at some point. I don't know which one I want to do necessarily, just because of the fact that I just need to show something that would represent that sort of unbalance I get with certain songs. I just have to find the perfect one that represents that. And again, I can't show you guys that song because I'm probably gonna get ripped down. But again, if you guys have suggestions on songs you want me to like sort of analyze through these earbuds, let me know. It'll be part of the review, and it will also be part of just this stream here. Whoop. But I do appreciate that you guys tuned in. We've been streaming for about an hour. We did have some technical issues in the beginning, but yeah, we've been listening to music for about an hour and kind of going over random topics. Like we did bring in the EQs. We've talked about some JBL headsets. So if you guys do have questions about those sort of things or my thoughts on stuff, definitely put it in the comments. But for now, we will be listening to other stuff. Let's see what new releases came out. Little Dark. Haha. So if you're noticing a lot of Japanese music on here, it's because I listen to that for working out, or if I'm like trying to grind away at code, just because I need something that I don't understand so I can focus. Otherwise, I'm gonna be singing along to stuff too much. So yeah, listen to a lot of like anime opening songs to work out and focus on work. So that's why you'll probably see some of that stuff pop up. I am a little bit weeby. I don't know if you noticed, but yeah, that happens. Blockchain, New Reese, Money Man, 2 Chains. Let me just do something like a random station. Let's see what they got. Future, Kevin Gates, lo-fi hip hop. The thing that I do miss, I will say like the thing that I do miss, I used to have Amazon Music. And the thing that I do miss is their like super high quality music, because I could turn on LDAC with this guy and you would hear the difference. I mean, so the thing that's important about this is they do have an LDAC on here, but it does come with some caveats. So the LDAC gives you access to higher quality sound sources and it'll be able to render better. However, if you're starting to do like, videos? So if you like switch over to YouTube and watch something, you'll notice a latency lag. And I think that's just something with LDAC in general. But if you switch back to like aptX adaptive, it will, won't have that video lag. The other thing to note here is that like this has multi-connect, which is awesome because it is something that I've been wanting in headphones since I got the Jabra 75Ts actives. That was just amazing. I could just switch between stuff super, super quick without any issue. And I missed that because I mean, some other places had like the ability to do multi-connect, but it wasn't seamless. It was like I had to go in the app, switch it, blah, kind of that way. But Jabra was just like, play music on one, it'll play music on the other one, it'll stop that one and play this one. I just love that seamless connection, especially for work when I'm taking calls from my phone and my computer. It's super dope. So having that on the Soundcore is great. But the reason why I bring up LDAC is because you can't use that function when you have LDAC enabled. So you have to switch back to adaptX or aptX adaptive to use that function. So LDAC is strictly for music listening, like boom, CD quality, like ridiculous sound source, bit rate, blah, blah, blah. In terms of resolution too, these can achieve 16-bit on my computer. So not quite as high as the 24-bit of the PI7s and the EQs. And I think even on the EQs, I could get higher than 24-bit if I use my computer. I don't know if it'll actually render. I didn't notice a big difference, but obviously it might. It just had more capabilities through my computer. But yeah, Soundcore still has 16-bit, which is dope. That's like the PI5s, but probably better because the PI5s sucked. I hated the PI5s. I need to put on some music, otherwise I'm gonna get behind on things. I can go back to Silk Sonic. I mean, Daniel Caesar, someone I usually go with. This also looks tremendously different than what I usually put on my phone. We can listen to some Spanish music. Let's put like Ozuna. So I do not have an official review of the Soundcores yet. It is something I'm working on. So I have... Oof, let me turn this down a bit. I am not able to hear my hair talk. Yeah, this one, the bass is good on this one too. I'm not gonna lie. Turn you down a bit. Yeah, I can still hear. All right, now I can hear myself talk a little bit. Yeah, I'll do that Tupac song next. What do you mean by you're waiting on your new new set of Bowers and Wilkins? Did you have an issue with your last one? In terms of the Soundcore one, I don't have the full review out yet. I'm working on it this week. My goal is to get it out by Wednesday. So I do have the microphone test. I have the outdoor test. I have the range test. I have the cafe test. What I need to do is record the ambient sound modes, the ANC modes, and the actual music. Everything else is shot, and then I have to stitch it together. So I'm going to finish the shots hopefully tonight, or maybe all the recordings I want to finish tonight after I do this live stream. And then I'm going to stitch everything together tomorrow, and then hopefully get the final shots in on Tuesday, let it render overnight, and hopefully you guys will have an HD version of it on Wednesday. So Wednesday is my goal for the full Soundcore review, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I've just been in a little bit of rut, so my creative juices have been low, as so has my stamina. So I think October just took a lot out of me, so I've been slower than normal. Yeah, the Bowers and Wilkins. Wait, which Bowers and Wilkins did you have? Do you have the PI7s or the PI5s? Oh, this case is in my way. Actually, I might do this. I might use this one just because there's a better complexity in songs. I'll come back to this one, but I'll do Tupac right now. Which one? 11 p.m. was Maluma. Maluma, baby. Yeah, the strings on that one. Strings. Bass. Voice bounce. Yeah. All right. Let's do Tupac. So Many Tears. What are the album differences? I mean, it should be fine. This is the real one. The greatest hits. Unless they remastered it on the greatest hits, but I doubt they did. This is the 90s. That remasters for like remasters. Interesting. I do get random cuts on these guys. I mean, it happens like, I don't know, like a couple times a day if I'm listening to them until they die. I don't know if that's like an issue with these earbuds or like other people have that issue or if it's just my set, but I get that sometimes. So I think that the music stopped, but it didn't. I don't know if it's a real thing or not. Okay, let me turn this up a little bit. That harmonica. Yeah, see, on this one, I'm pretty sure this is just the Soundcore's normal setting, but I think it's actually drowning him out a bit. See, but it doesn't. See, yeah, I think that's what it is. Because the harmonica sparkle is great. So it's not completely smashing everything, but I think it's just because that mids. Woo. Ara ara. Ichigo. So I will. In the full review, I will put the same audio that I had in my EQ review against these Soundcores with the same song. So I did 2 songs in that one. I'll do the same 2 songs to make sure. It's just I don't have the EQs anymore because I couldn't justify keeping them because I had too much overlaps in my stuff. But I do have those recordings from when I did that review, so I will use the same song. So we have more side-by-side comparison. But in terms of sound, you are correct. Those are the best earbuds that I've listened to in 2021 of the highly acclaimed ones. I still have some stuff in the mail, like the Beats Fit Pro and other things like that, but you know, those aren't gonna punch as high as these ones. But I have tried, you know, the PI7s, PI5s, the Sony XM1000, blah blah blah. I mean, I don't even know if you call those premium, but they're not because they suck. And then obviously the Master Dynamics, which I use as my daily driver. And can you focus? There you go. Oh, you can't see. They're green, but they're dope looking. Wait. So, with Ichigo in the chat, I've never heard this. I mean, I've heard this song before, but I've never tied the connection. But this sounds like one of the Bleach background musics. Which one is it? I think it's like a hollow back, like a part of the hollow OST. But this song sounds just like it. Oh man, that's crazy. I'll have to find what the actual track is from the Bleach soundtrack, but it sounds like that tremendously. But yeah, in terms of the EQs, they sound great. They are definitely the most clear, dynamic, and separated sound signature I've had, and literally my favorite thing. I just couldn't justify the $400 price point until they give me more controls on the earbuds, because 4 controls is very limited. And I can't even choose what they are. They're just 4 controls of like things I don't need. I would love to have more playback features. I might have missed Joshua from leaving, but Josh, thanks you for joining. If you, yeah, I'll probably see you in a future stream, hopefully. You should do top earbuds of 2021. I could do one like that at the end of the year. At least the ones I've tested. I am not like Flossie Carter where I keep all my stuff and I have like all this stuff in the hopper. But I think I've went through a pretty solid amount of headphones, especially ones from the community that people have requested. So I think I can do something along those lines. Maybe I'll break it out into like, categories, like who has the best controls and who has the best sound and who has the best ANC, things like that. I think I could do something like that. So that's a good idea. I'll put that in my list of things. I do have like a little list on my phone. So let me add that guy. What? Here we go. Review sequence. Add item. Top 5 earbuds of 2021. Okay. Definitely good. Ollie, hey man, no worries, dude. I kind of did this last minute. Again, I was kind of in a creative rut, going through a little bit of seasonal depression stuff. But yeah, I kind of wanted to get off my butt and kind of recover from October and get a really hard cardio session in. And when I was in the field, I was like, I'm behind on my video that I wanted to get out tonight. So I might as well do a live stream so I can at least get all the listening stuff done with some, community feedback in terms of songs to listen to. And yeah, get some kind of content out there so you guys can see something. I want to make sure that I'm not like getting too far off from the 1 video a week. But when I'm on my peak, it's usually like 2 videos a week, and then it's also like the shorts that are related to it. But usually I'm trying to get 1 video a week, and if it's a full review and not a stream, it's usually like a few shorts to go along with that, just so I can use that on like Instagram and TikTok and other things like that. But they show up on YouTube Shorts as well. So if you guys haven't seen that, I have a playlist with all my shorts. But I usually go through the pros and the cons of each one, and if I'm doing a comparison, I'll tell you why one is good over the other. So I try to keep it fair. But if you need like a short trailer of what my review will be, usually those shorts cover it pretty well. So if you don't have time to watch the video, but you kind of want to get the gist of the stuff I go over, those shorts are a good medium for you to check that out. Okay, I gotta go back to songs. So we did go over Tupac. I could go back to Maluma. Let's see if there's anything here that would be good. I mean, All Eyes on Me is classic. Do Mr. Carter. I'm trying to think of something that has like fucking murder bass, so that I can actually like see if my head gets rattled. There was like a DMX song that is like that I used to use to like basically destroy my ears in high school. But when we were in high school, we would look for like the over ear headphones that would just rattle your brain like physically. So I think a lot of us like got those Sony like DJ headphones before we knew about better options. But we would find the biggest bass that we could find on our biggest bass songs that we had in our playlists, and then go with it. But obviously we were doing like CDs and like very basic MP3 players at that time. So let me see. I think it's Ain't No Sunshine. I'm pretty sure this is gonna ruin my this sound signature. Exit Woods. Yeah. I wonder if I can get. Oh, sorry. Wait. Copyrights last 15 seconds. Yeah, it's 15 seconds. Okay, so let me do this savvily. Hello. There you go. I need to get a new mouse. This thing's breaking heavily. So I'm gonna expose my desktop audio just so you guys can hear this. But like, this is the stuff that used to like wreck our headphones and our brains as high schoolers. but the bass line on the beginning is extremely heavy. Whoa. Yeah. Explicit version. My bad. Wow. I don't have enough melanin to put that on my stream. My bad, guys. Woo. I have to have my roommate Carter for that one. But I will still listen to it because the bass is important on that one. And it's not good for these headphones, as I was mentioning. The V shape just really just kills all your mids. It kills a lot of your vocals unless you're in one of those spectrums. So your sopranos are gonna get wrecked. And 90s raps is not really 90s rap kind of just falls in that middle range. No one's really super low or super high, like we have today. So there was less diversity in terms of ranges. But yeah, let us see. Let me go back. Oh, the keys actually get overpowered. Or at least the light runs. Oh, if you guys have ideas of like podcasts or like action scenes that I can look at on YouTube, let me know, because I do need to analyze like sort of that performance. I've done a few podcasts and it doesn't work well with certain people's voices, but I would like to test out some of that outside of music as well. So if you have like a favorite movie scene, or if you have a favorite podcast that we can listen to like a few seconds of it, I think that'll help me with this analysis. Yeah, it just misses grit. What, Nate Dogg? I want to say fine-ish. There's still something that I would say that his voice should have a little bit more staying power. All right. I think that's a song that I can use to show unbalance, but Pop Smoke might be another one I could use. But I'll come back to that one. I'll just add that under this one, so I have it all in one area. Roll below. Do this guy. I don't know which song I'll do, but that's what happened when I was listening to it in the park. Okay. Quad major go. Yeah, I mean those neurophones. Oh, you say neurophones or neuro? Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, my brain goes a lot of different ways when neuro is mentioned, just because neurophones, neurolips, neurotrues, neuro earbuds. There's just neurobuds. There's just a lot of neuro stuff. But yeah, the neurophones are great. Definitely, like I said, secondary headphones. You may feel some long-term fatigue, but they're great, like at-home listening for sure. And if you ever want to eavesdrop on conversations, they're what do you call it? Ambient mode? Yeah, their ambient mode is superhuman. Superhuman. Jurassic World trailer. Let's do that. Da da da. That's your topics. So I think I can put this on with the desktop audio. Should be okay. No way. Fallen Kingdom, right? I'm not doing the original one. 6 years ago? That came out 6 years ago? Man, you make me feel old. Okay, we're doing the one that's 3 years ago. Okay. Just from that, I realized before I started this that this is on LDAC mode, because I can notice that the video lag, the lack of synchronization. It's fine. It's good enough for me to get a sense of the sound of these things, but I can tell that I forgot to take out the LDAC because I was planning on focusing on music, obviously. But yeah, explosions, a little bit over exploded. Like, everything sounded really good, but when the explosions happen, they thump super hard. Not a bad thing necessarily. It might be really good for video game. Yeah, it might be good for gaming too if you need that. You might get more kick from the gun. You might get more explosion and feedback that you like. But for a movie going experience, they're kind of jarring, and I might tune that down before I watch the movie. I mean, you could tune it down, yeah. But if you're using these for that purpose, or watching a video with a lot of action, I might tune down the bass a little bit just so it's a little bit more balanced. It's just really jarring and very emphasized, and it just makes it feel like almost a secondary source 3 years ago. Yeah, so I mean, to me that trailer sounded really good, but because of how strong that the punches were on either the percussions from the actual background OST, or just like the action going on with explosions and foot stomps and bites and things like that, it almost sounded like everything else was more dull. So it actually took away from the experience and the impact of the other portions of like the spoken voice and the strings and other things on the trailer. So imagine in a movie it could be super jarring. But again, if you like that shot in the chest, stock tuning might be all right for you. But personally, I would tune that down for a movie. Let's see. Neural loops have connected issue after a while. How bad is it? So the neural loops for me, and again, I beat the shit out of them. Like, I don't, like, there's a case, I never use them. I just throw them in my bag. I probably am not a good use case of it. But I did notice that, like, after I took a run in the rain and some things like that, it started degrading over time. So again, like around the year mark is when I started hearing or getting like reduction in range as well as interruptions in my music. And I really think it's related to the dongle, because that dongle is a little bit of annoying, and I did notice some sort of feedback when I started moving it around after time. So I think that's it's just a very interesting design mechanism that they chose to go with. And I've seen in other things like the Jaybirds did the same thing, but the Jaybirds also have that same issue with sort of connectivity loss. So it was significant enough for me to not use it as my everyday working out one, but I still appreciate the sound out of it. So if I'm just doing like casual chores, walking around the city, doing groceries, laundry, whatever, I'll still use them. But if I'm doing it for a workout, which was like the main reason why I bought them, I just can't, because how much I move around, I start sort of hearing feedback, and I also just start noticing the degradation in quality of connection more so when I'm being a lot more active. Got new stuff for you. The Zip 26 earbuds. Article open ear. Earbuds. AI brain headphones from Grabstar. Oh, I actually have those in the mail. I don't know when they're coming, but I do. I think I have those ones. Let me see if they're the same. I'm not sure if they're the same. Yeah, these ones? Yeah. So which ones did I get? I did the damaged Ray. So I got this on their Kickstarter, but I got this version just because I like the teal on it. It's cool looking, and that's the main reason why I got it. I don't know how well they're gonna sound. Their speakers are dope. I don't know if you guys have seen their speakers, but their speakers are like, sorry to be corny as hell, out of this world, because they look like portal robots. But they're super good, actually. I thought this was all gimmick, but one of my friends has it, and it sounds great. Especially because if you get two of them, you can like do this whole stereo thing. But it looks dope. And obviously, he's a gamer and he's single, so this has no impact on his ability to maintain a relationship. You know who you are if you're seeing this. But it looks dope in his house, and they are nice. So it'll be interesting to see if their earbuds are able to keep up, especially at this $149 price point. I think I got them on Kickstarter, so I think I got them for like $70. So that was the main reason why I went with that one. So I think I went with I got the War Damage Gray. So I'm pretty sure I got them for like $70 or $90. So that's the main reason why I got them, because they were cheap enough for me to run with. It's all very interesting of what they're offering here. There's LED lights. The biggest thing for me is that I get you're trying to be cool with this like gap in the middle, and that's actually a bottle opener. But to me, that's just a sacrifice of battery. There could be all filled in with some more battery in there, so that I have more in the case. But we will review this when I get it. When will I get it? I have no idea. I kickstarted this thing like, I don't know, spring. I forgot when I'm supposed to get these, but I think it's a holiday 2021 is what they said. So hopefully we'll get them, and then I'll review them, and then you guys can hear. I don't have high expectations from them, but that might be a good thing. I've heard a lot of good headphones, and the $150 price point range is interesting for sure. So I'm intrigued, but I am holding my reservations. I'm not getting my hopes up, but maybe they'll surprise me. So that one's definitely coming because I have those I have those ordered. Da-da-da. VE. Maui 900 speaker surge mini earbuds. What are these guys? I need to put on music because I'm supposed to be listening to this for things. So let me put on some music. I'm just gonna put the Silk Sonic on right now since it's kind of chill. But if you guys have music, trailers, podcasts you want me to listen to, put it in the chat, and I will add that to my analysis. Actually, I need to put that into the script doc. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom? Yeah. Trailer. So where were we on this album? We'll just do this. Oh, up. I think you guys' audio is still on. I need to kill this before I get copyright strike. Woo! Whoa, that's close. I don't want whatever records, Columbia Records, to come after me. LD Systems. I've never heard of these people. Wait, is this a speaker? Oh, bro. Bro, it's Porsche design. I have not made of money. This is gonna be hard for me to get. Let me see how much this is. Plus or minus $1,000. I'm pretty sure it's plus. Let's see let's see what people think before I click buy. Yeah, I remember those brain headphones. All right. I'm saying above 1,000. Oh. Got to go to another website. Ah! I'm gonna die. Bro, this is $4,000. Whoa! I cannot do this. I can't, dude. Even if I get a return, it would be like a pain to return. Also, due to high demand of this product, this has been back ordered for over 30 days. I must call their sales and pros for alternatives. So I'm not sure if this is gonna work out, man. Ooh, $4,000. I mean, I think if I was starting to get more into home, like if I was starting to get more into home audio, I think I would do it. Right now, I just live in an apartment in Boston, something super easy on rent, super easy like to get to my work, and my house is pretty fine, pretty dope, right? How it is right now. But if I like moved into like a home, like in the burbs, or even like a bigger apartment, like a 4-bed or something like that, maybe I would invest to just get a doper place. But at that point, I'd probably have, you know, a lot more things like figured out. Right now, living with the boys, it's how it is, you know. But yeah, dude, 4K, not all day, 4K, someday, just not today. For real, more expensive than the Devialet. Yo, Flossie probably will, because Flossie is making it, dude. Like, he's almost at that. Wait, is he almost at? I'm pretty sure. Is he at the million yet? Yeah, dude, he's at almost 2 million. Boy is banking. He can keep all this tech that he has. Also, he probably gets a lot of it. Actually, he does get a lot of it sent to him. So, like, this is no skin off his back. But he could easily drop 4K on that speaker, and he loves speakers. Like, he got the entire JBL lineup and, like the party box lineup and just tested them all. Like, used them at, like, barbecues, like, willy-nilly. Like, bro has it. Like, he got some money. Maybe one day. But right now, I'm not at that spot. I'm literally like just chilling on my little YouTube money. But you know, one day maybe I will get to Flossie Carter status, and you know, maybe Senpai will notice me one day. Okay, let's see what else you put in that chat. Okay, I muted. Desktop audio had like the slider up, so I was like, oh shoot. Chat. Monk earbuds. VE Monk earbuds. Oh, the UE. True fits? Oh no, you said the VE Monk Plus. Are these worth it, bro? Cause like these are only $10. I feel like are these gonna be able to like? Okay, actually, wait. Let's have a serious conversation about this. Actually, are wired like are cheap wired headphones coming back? Because I was talking to this with my friend Samika, and she said that they're coming back. And I've started seeing them on the streets more, like the old iPhone ones. People are wearing those again. What? Like, I get it if it was like the in-ear monitors, right? Like the studio ones, $1,000, blah blah blah. Like maybe people are just getting really into their audio quality and they want to leverage that. You know, clear, dope wires, wrap around the ears, very sleek, very nice. Super good mics on some of those too. Like the ultimate ears? You know, the ones that get molded to your ears and that sort of stuff with like heat and crazy process. I could see those. But we're talking about these plastic ones like this guy. Is this coming back? Is this becoming trendy again? I can't imagine that these would be very good. But I mean, I could imagine that you could get better ones. But maybe they surprised me. I mean, they have almost 400, 4.5-star reviews. I mean, I could try it. I just don't use wired all that much outside of like crazy IEMs that I don't own anymore. Maybe. Let's see. The non-plus version. I just don't think I could do like a full review on these guys. Like maybe I could buy a bunch and do like a stream and try them out. It's just I don't think I could. Like I wouldn't want to use them for a workout. It would probably just be home listening and then maybe something at the home, or for work. But they don't have a mic on them. So like these ones, yeah. So like if people were wearing stuff like this, I would understand it a little bit more, just because I mean not this price range necessarily, but these like style of IEMs, I would imagine, just because better isolation, you have a bigger driver that you can run with. Cabling is going to be really good, so you're going to get better audio because you will have low latency. You also have higher capabilities through that cable than over wireless. So I could understand if people are kind of getting more retro and appreciating sound quality more, that would get into this life. But again, I don't know about, like, it's been a while since I've dived into the IEM world, but I remember, at least from like my time with my friend Ken, he was super into them, and he would teach me about drivers and isolation and foam tips and wires and all this other stuff. And like it sounded like the configurations that were like good intro level would be like 250. But he used to do all this like arbitrage stuff. Like, he'd buy bulk orders, resell them, so they ended up being cheaper. But like retail, they'd be like intro 250 for good IEMs. But again, obviously that was like a decade ago, so maybe things got cheaper and better. So might be something that I could look into. It's just like not my first look in. It's not my first inclination because it's a more limited market. And what a lot of the things I'm trying to do on my channel is like provide stuff like not only just user requests, but like things that will help people make purchase decisions. And especially as we start heading into the new year, obviously it's like a high present season, right? It's like, oh, let me go for Christmas, Valentine's Days, people birthdays. So it's a good Hanukkah, all the people's like different holidays out there. So like that's why I'm trying to get like these like the Beats Pro. I try to get all these earbuds in before the holidays so that they can be used to help drive people's decisions, because that was one of the main like pillars of why I wanted to start my channel, is to like help people like my mom run through options, get all the information that they need so that they can make a good decision with their money, as for either themselves or for the people they love. So yeah, maybe I can do one of these things. I think I want to do more research on what would be good. I just feel like I don't really know about these companies, so it's hard for me to just pull the trigger and like pick them up. And again, as cheap as they are, I'm trying to reduce my friends give me crap. Like my friend Cisco gives me crap all the time because like about my carbon footprint. I return a lot of stuff, guys. I'm like kind of an asshole, not gonna lie. But I'm trying to like not buy a bunch of stuff where I'm not gonna keep it. Unless like it's more expensive, and there's definite like a lot of people are gonna need or like be looking for content around that. But maybe as things evolve and people are getting more into wired IEMs, I can start looking into that. But I do need to do some more research on that market. I'm very much removed from that. I definitely know about wired like over-ear headphones for sure. But in terms of the wired IEMs, there's a lot more complexity there, and yeah, I have to think about that. Thanks for the message, Ali. Yeah, it's just like it's the seasonal stuff. Happens every year. It's just like the weather gets worse, and so work tends to like spin up a little bit, and then like fall has like a lot of memories of stuff. So it's just like it's not the best time of year for me. I definitely prefer spring and summer, but I do appreciate things in the winter like snowboarding and the cold weather and jackets and things like that. But there's just stuff that's tied to me on fall that I'm just like, and I kind of just run through that. But yeah, there's just like a lot of factors that go into that. But I think working out and trying to eat healthy and trying to like resist the urge to like just go crazy with your friends on drinking and celebrating the holidays will help me keep out of that like, rut, because I do want to make sure that I'm keeping my creative motivation to keep making these videos and keep talking to you guys. I just don't want to be like sitting there and being like, oh, I don't want to work out and I don't want to make a video. That kind of happened to me the last week, and I didn't like how I felt about that. So I'm trying to turn it around. I don't think these are here. Let me try Google. These X6. Let's see what Reddit has to say. Okay. So these are similar to the V ones that you were mentioning. $777 dope. I wonder if these will. Do I have the right stuff for this? I mean, I could throw this out to my phone. I just feel like I need different listening sources. I mean, I need different sources of music to really bring these out. Also, how much are these? They can't be that expensive because they're like retro as hell. Shopping? Let's take the Reddit piece out. Yeah. AliExpress. That means I'm gonna get it in like a month or 5. They're all AliExpress. I mean, I could order it and I could get that review in the spring. based off my experience with AliExpress. But yeah, I don't know. Let me think about this stuff because like I feel like a lot of this stuff that you've recommended over like the past few streams is like 3.5 jack, and I could do it. I just need to figure out a format just because I definitely there's just not enough features on this where I could really do a video that would be like long enough for it. I suppose I could do a few of them maybe, and maybe I could do like a sound test like I did with some of the earbuds the wireless earbuds that I have, like just like run through like 6 songs, tell the thoughts on it. But I think the biggest thing that makes it struggle for me is that like I don't have a baseline to understand like what this should be running off of, right? So like usually when I do this, I can baseline off of like popular headphones out there. So like for like true wireless, I can baseline off of like the Sonys or the Sennheisers, Momentum, True Wireless 2s or something like that, where I have a deep understanding of that baseline, and I could say like this is how this performs accordingly. However, for these ones, I don't have necessarily a baseline or a trusted brand where I can use as a baseline to get an understanding and then compare these. So I would just be saying like it sounds good or bad, but I wouldn't be able to say like is it clear or is it punchy? Is it? Yeah, I don't have enough sample size to like really give good insights outside of the fact it sounds clean or it sounds muddy and things like that. So I think I need to do research on these ones for sure. Like the 3.5s, like IEMs, like regular IEMs. Again, like I have some ones in mind that are good benchmarks that are just a little bit expensive. But in terms of like things that are cheaper, that are like in the $30 and cheaper range, I feel like I need a baseline from a brand that I know. Like if there's a Sennheiser version of this, I would use that as a baseline just because I trust Sennheiser sound signature and sort of machining to give me at least a solid representation of what these should sound like. Because I can't compare these to like, let's say the EQs, because the EQs will probably kill these guys just in terms of driver size and technology behind it. But you know, these might surprise, but I just can't compare like apples and oranges. I want to try to be as apples to apples as possible. Let me see what the chat says. Super Luxy. See, that's the thing is I don't use dongle DACs because again, I'm not listening to wired headphones all that often, and when I'm on the go, I don't bring my like really large over ear headphones just because the wire is super long and really inconvenient. Like it was something that I would probably have done like a decade ago when wireless headphones weren't all that great. They were just serviceable, but you know, like now that I have this like drop pandas, I'm getting like amazing quality from a wireless set. So like I'm not gonna necessarily bring out my Fostex or my HD 600 650s or any of those other exotic headphones that I have, just because the wire is super long and it's not convenient in terms of my overall listening experience on the go. But at home, I have DACs, amps, and stuff like that that I plug into like other sources, like a turntable or before if I had like the Amazon Music stuff. But I don't, so like that's the reason why I'm not a big consumer of wired audio at the moment outside of things in my studio. So again, if it's related to microphones and headphones, like when I'm home, definitely I have some thoughts on that stuff. But in terms of like on the go, I haven't invested in a proper DAC for my phone because I don't plug into my phone all that often. I can't. Oh, did I get knocked out? Let's see. Uh-oh. Oh, did my thing die? Let me see. Sorry, 1 second. I have you having difficulties. Or my battery died. What happened? AirPods Max or Neuras? That's hard for me to say. Let me figure out what's wrong with my camera first. Brio. My camera has been off for 10 months. Oh, it's like 10 months. Oh, yeah. There you go. Weird connection issue. Oh, I forgot. I could probably put my chatbot somewhere up here. I'm dumb. That probably been a better option before, huh? Oh, it was hidden. I was like, why isn't this showing? But it's because my stacking was wrong. Again, I'm still working on this, guy, so be patient with me as I'm getting used to OBS, but I'm getting there closer every day. I hope you guys can see my cam now. It is showing on my OBS, so it should be there. In terms of AirPods Max or Nura phones, they're different things. In terms of overall convenience, you'd probably be better, especially if you're an iPhone user. You'd probably be better off with the hell is it called? The AirPods Max. It's coming, Mark. Ollie told me that I'm down, so I didn't realize. I went to go check. It was just some weird connection issue, but I should be back shortly. So hopefully it's all good. In terms of the AirPods Max, I think it's gonna have very similar transparency mode, and I think it's just gonna be easier for more people to get on board with the AirPods Max. However, it's super freaking expensive and it's kind of stupid in terms of that case. Like I hope they improved it. I haven't really read upon the new iterations this year, but I remember when they first came out, they had that stupid smart case, and it looks like a bra. And I just talked to people about this, and I think they could have just introduced the power button, because we've had power buttons around since 1833. And a digital one since like 1970. So simple solution usually is good. You know, Occam's razor. I'm all about Occam's razor. Why make it harder? Anyway, that case is trash, and I can't fold it down, and I can't protect it, because the case only protects the most durable part of the headphone, but it doesn't protect the most fragile part of the headphone. But the Neuras also can't fold down, so that's a little bit annoying. But I think they're more rugged. I think they'll last a little bit longer. The AirPods Max won't have as much customization in terms of auto acoustic stuff, and that they won't have the immersion that the Neura phones do. But it's probably an easier experience overall with the AirPods Max, or yeah, the AirPods Max, as well as the fact that the AirPods Max have better integrations to the iPhones, as well as the sound signature is very, 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 very pleasant across genres. And yeah, so I would say AirPods Max, like as just like for average consumers. However, for me, like I would rather pick the Neura phones, just because I like that technology behind it, and yeah, I just like the sound signature, and I like what Neura's doing. But for most people, I would say that they would probably get more value out of the AirPods Max, especially because most people are on iPhones. Yeah. The Nerf ones have a good case. Super hard, and I think they have the magnetic pieces in there. But I think it's just like in terms of the construction, I think obviously Apple has a little bit better construction. I did have some QC issues over times with the Neura phones, the Neura phones. But yeah, it's definitely more well constructed on the Apple front, so you probably have less issues with it. There is some finagling that has to be done with the Neura phones, but again, they are cheaper, and they are from a smaller company. And but I do like the amount of updates that they release on those guys, and they definitely listen to their customers for things that are needed. Immersion mode is crazy. The ANC make a big difference. ANC makes a difference. Yeah. I would say it's top. I want to say it's top tier in terms of ANC. Bose and Sony might obviously have some thoughts on that, but I thought it was super commendable. It's better than a lot that I've heard. Distortion on immersion mode for sure. If you do 100%, especially with a bass heavy song, it'll get distorted and it'll thump your head off. I usually have immersion around 25 to 50%, if sometimes 0, depending on the song. I very rarely go to 100 unless I'm just like literally trying to flex headphones on my friends and having them test out new tech. Like 100% is just a little bit, not a little bit. It's quite a lot, and I think there'll be discomfort both inside your ears and outside your ears. So I think it's cool that it can get that high. I just don't think you'll ever use it. Yeah, it's a solid ANC. It's not unnoticeable. Let's put it that way. Like it definitely blocked out sound, and I was able to get locked in. I did not have an issue with that. Okay, so I've been streaming for about 2 hours. I might do another hour if I feel like it. I'm not sure. It just depends. I might need to call my parents just to check on them, but I think I can do a little bit longer. I'll just see how I feel. I think I can still have like an hour conversation with them after 30 to 40 more minutes of this. Plus, I need to get some listening in, right? Yeah, I'll check out your list. Make sure you keep track of them though, just in case I miss something. But I think I have them. But yeah, enjoy class. Immersion mood is good. I would say that I still use it, so don't be afraid to use it. And I think you can tune it so you can shut it off completely through a tap. So yeah, definitely a feature I love. But yeah, have fun in class, man. Seven. I will say that their album is shorter than I expected. Like they hyped a lot about it, and they were collaborating for a very long time. They got 9 songs out of it. I'm not hating at all. I think I like probably 6 of the 9. But I was hoping for like 15, 18 songs, because like the runtime on this album is just like an hour maybe. Like they're short songs, like a minute, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Like it's not that much time. So it's like it's an hour of like listening. So like I was hoping to get like a couple hours of listening. But I'm still happy with what they came out. But I was just hoping for more music. I hope they like come out with a deluxe or something that has like way more tracks. But it's something that I'm definitely gonna vibe to. So the Fit Pros I have are on the way. Yeah, then I mean the Neuro Loops have like 16 hours, so they're definitely better battery life. They are a little bit finicky, but if you can, figure out the quirks for how they work for you, it's a good headphone. After a year, I'm not sure, But again, you can probably take care of it better than I did. I just threw it through the ringer super hard. But yeah, I'm gonna try the Fit Pros whenever they come in. I think they're supposed to come in next week, I want to say. So yeah, I'll have that. And again, I have Pixel stuff coming. I just haven't had time to get some assistance in shooting all that stuff because unfortunately I need to be in the shots to make these things make sense. But yeah, I've been doing like the battery tests. I've been doing the audio tests. I've been doing the Bluetooth tests. So I've been doing all the tests. It's just the shots I've gotten nowhere on for the Pixels. But I'll figure out something to get in the next couple weeks. But yeah, Soundcores will probably come on Wednesday. Pixel hopefully come in the weekend after. And we'll go from there and see what comes in the mail. Because I do have some Kickstarters coming. I do have some just normal tech coming. So definitely plenty on the docket for the end of the year. And hopefully stuff that you guys may want to or be interested in for gifts for your family and friends. Yeah, man. I mean, Flossie Carter, for the most perspective, like I can trust his opinions on things because he's real with it. And you know, as much as he does get stuff from companies, he's not scared to shit on them, which I appreciate. I know some people say he's not the most technically savvy from the audiophile perspective, but like to me, not that many of us are. Like you have to be technically trained for that, or like go to music school or something like that. Like understand what you're listening for. Like yeah, you could do that. You can figure it out through like trial and error, but it would be good to have some science behind that. Again, I listen to a lot of headphones. I appreciate music. Definitely, I don't consider myself an audiophile. I figure out what else to listen to after this. True. Yeah, both those guys are good just because, again, they are not overly produced. They are extremely nice in terms of like honesty. So like there are like things that I like. They're like Verge has really nice pretty videos, but I don't know if they're all like unbiased or not. Yeah. I don't think I'll ever get to the sense to where I want to be too produced like that. I mean, it's cool. Like I saw like what is it? Who's the boss? Mr. Who's the boss? Like his production quality is amazing. I don't think I'll ever get into that sort of life, friends, unless I quit my job and I get some editors. Yeah. I mean, I hope that like I have a good mix of the two. Like it's like enough B-roll and nice shots that show that I have some production and I care about it, but also just like a lot of like dank pods and Flossie Carter perspectives where it's just a little bit more real and I just tell you how it is. So yeah, like I kind of want to do a mix of the two, but I'm probably not gonna be like fall on one side or the other too much. I like this kind of middle ground that I'm in terms of like solid enough production with brutal honesty. I might agree with him actually. Like they are really warm. They are muddy in the base. I don't know what bloomy means. I have to look that up. I don't know what he means by bloomy. Um, yes, screw Lou. I don't like unbox therapy. Scam artist. Anyway, dude, again, enjoy class. Thank you for tuning in all the time. I appreciate seeing your face in the chat and giving me a bunch of stuff to talk about. But yeah, in terms of the XM4s, I had them for a month. Very good touch features, very good ANC, but like sound quality, as much as they have improved over the years, they're still super bassy and muddy and inaccurate and not balanced. And as much as you can EQ them, you can't EQ them to any sort of nice balance like something like a PI7 or an EQ. So nice try, but you can try again, Sony. You've only been trying to do that for about 10 years, so maybe the 11th year will be the year that is your year. You know? Maybe 2021 was an odd number, so you don't like odd numbers. Maybe 2022 will be a better shot for you. Maybe even years are better for you. But, you know, we're waiting. We're here. We'll test them every year. People will buy them every year, even though we ask for better stuff, you know. But, yeah, Sony. Love and hate relationship with y'all. Love your cameras. Headphones, not so much. Yeah, I think I like this album. And again, it works really well with these soundcores. I just need to find what else I'm gonna listen to after this. I can start listening to like a bunch of wedding music because my friend Steph's getting married eventually, and she wants to do some kind of like dancey dance. But I have no idea. Oh yeah. I could just throw in some Japanese music, but I feel like I've done that today. Happy trails, Baba. I mean, I feel like I already know how Blinding Lights is gonna sound. I mean, because it's poppy. I feel like it's gonna sound good because that Ed Sheeran Bad Habits song sounded really good. So I imagine this will sound great. Let me see. Synth is dope. And his voice is higher, so it won't be unclear. I really need to listen to this with like studio headphones, just to double check. Trying to see if his voice comes out a little bit more, but I don't think it would. Ooh, I'm blinded by the light. I say, ooh. I mean, it sounds great. To be honest, it sounds great. It's clear. Bass is good. Just enough wump in it. I think like the Ed Sheeran stuff and the Weekend, like that radio sound is just gonna sound good on these. You gotta be really like listening to certain things with like a little bit more complexity. I could throw some Kanye on here and just see if like any of his new stuff is like sticks out. Or usually gospel. Maybe we throw some gospel on Sunday. See that V shape? This is perfect. Like the bass is so deep on this stuff, and all the singers are high pitched. It sounds great on this. Hurricane Donda. Yeah, that sounds fine. That sounds fine. That sounds beyond fine. Let's try gospel. I'm gonna throw on some like what's that guy called? Fred Hammond. This is the day. Because they introduced a bunch of instruments throughout it, so maybe. Let's see. Missy Elliott, What About Us? I'll throw it on there. Ah! There we go. Nope. Why am I not doing this? Desktop. There you go. Whoa. Okay, let's try the end of this song. Where they start like switching up, adding chimes and stuff. After all these years and all the years that I seen it through. I actually did not know this song until I saw like a random performance of Kanye doing Sunday service. I'm not a big like gospel guy, but you know, actually in high school it was super dope. So in high school, like me and my friends would like experiment with each other's like, you know, religions and stuff just to like hang out around each other a little bit more. And you know, seeing everyone's music was super dope. And I think it also helped me in the future in terms of like how to handle stuff. But it was random, but it was just to like hang out with each other more. So I think that's cool. Where's the ending of this? The ending changes a lot. Oh, 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 whoa, oh, oh. Guess what? I'm streaming forever. It's been like almost 3 hours. But if you're bored, check out my stream. This is when I self-promote to my friends, you know? All right, so we're looking at Missy Elliott, What About Us? I'm gonna have to listen through it one time. I don't think I heard this song. That takeaway. I was like, is this genuine? Oh, it's a live. Interesting. Live might actually be interesting with these ones. I haven't had a live recording yet. Let me see if this is actually a good recording or not. Nope. It is terrible. Yo, they sold this? They sold this? The 90s, what's happening? They sold this quality? Whoa! 80s. Oh, yeah, 2000s, I guess. Yeah, Missy Elliott came in 2000s. No. Timbo, get out of here. Play it. There you go. Oh, no. I know this song. I'm just terrible with title names. She sounds so young. Yeah, even her ad-libs sound young. Maybe it's just not. Maybe it's just like older renderings of songs, but like the bass is a little bit. The bass sounds great, but it's overpowering again. Like it's punchy, it's clean, but it's just like oh yeah. Like if I took the bass out, I would definitely tune this down. This is bass balance. But it's a pretty simple song. Oh, new Poshmark. Bro. People. Counter. 57. Let me make some money on this guy. MCL spraying Aaron Jones. Yo, I forget like I haven't heard obviously Timberland in a while, but like I forget how good of a freaking producer he is. Total. I was like, there's no way she's singing that. You're right. But even her ad libs, it just sounds like super young. Sebastian, when you're talking about your 20 minutes, are you talking about the XM4s or are you talking about the Soundcores? Also, focus, my friend. There we go. But yeah, let me know if you're talking about the XM4s or the Soundcores. I just don't know what you're thinking is too muddy and boomy. Huh, interesting. They're too boom. So yeah, I think yes. So I think let me switch songs to something else really fast. Actually, you know what? Let me just throw on like chill hop stuff so then I can actually listen in with you guys. Or you guys can listen into while I talk. Yeah, let's just do their fall mix. Spring. Let's do a little bit more upbeat. I don't want to do something. All right, so I'll turn this on so you guys can listen in too. But at least this is copyright free because I'm, you know, I have a contract with them. Not a contract with them, but anyone can get a contract with them. But at least you guys can listen to what I'm listening to. So yeah, I did notice this with the Soundcore. So depending on what you're listening to, the genres can mess you up. So I agree with you with the boomy and muddiness on like extra hip hop. Like, but I think with pop music and like radio sounds, like Ed Sheeran's of the world, Weekend, it sounds fine. I think it doesn't sound like stupendous like the EQs, but I think it's definitely passable. But I think the things that you're hearing with the muddy bass and the like the piercing highs, I've heard that with like vocal with the Kai vocal people. Is this that V nature of that signature? It's just missing a lot of mids, so it's emphasizing the high and the lows, but the mids is where kind of you bring in that to bring in the clarity. So your vocals often get overpowered with these because there's no mid balance. I think that's the reason why that's happening. I did tune it a little bit using the EQ sliders, and it helped a bit. But again, the standard one, you're gonna have to play around with like the genre accordingly. But it does require you to play around with the presets a lot, which is not something that's the most ideal. It is kind of a little bit of cumbersome, but overall for 169, I think, like, how much are these right now? I thought they were like 160, under $200. Yeah, 169. I think they're commendable. Do I like the sound of the Nura Trues better? So these guys. I don't know if that's zooming, but do I like these better? Yeah, I do. But they're 220, and they don't have as good controls or ANC as these ones, I feel like. But I get where your struggles with the Soundcores are. It did take me a very long time to understand the quirks around them. But I can understand why a lot of people that are not have not heard a lot of headphones will like them. And it's because of that V-shaped, what do you call it? Signature that they're rolling with. But that's actually very good. Let me bring that as a note. Where do you feel muddy? And where do you feel harsh? I'll put that in the review as something to bring up. Also, guys, let me know if you guys can still hear me over this music or if it's too high. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing that I was telling people is like, I'm impressed that Anker was able to make something as thoughtful as this. However, it's not going to beat out a lot of those sound companies like Sennheiser and Master and Dynamics and Bang & Olufsen. Just because those companies have been making audio products as their main product. They've been doing microphones, they've been doing studio equipment, they've been doing headphones, they've been doing earbuds for years, and they have refined and tuned those up from analog to digital, so they have just a lot more R&D past that. So like Anker has made something that kind of broke my expectations, but again, they make batteries. Like this thing, that's powering this camera right now is a battery from Anker. It powered by a Anker cable. Like everything I have from Anker is power related. So like the fact that they took a risk and tried to provide some audio, I think that's commendable, but they're not going to punch with some audio focused brands from my perspective. But for the everyday person, I think these sound better than the AirPods Pro. And they sound a lot better than, I think, the Jabras even, like the Jabra 75Ts. I think they sound better than that. I think they might sound better than the 85Ts. I didn't get a long trial session with the 85Ts, but I do think that these have a little bit more capability, and their EQ is a little bit more impactful than the Jabras in general. See, at least this way you guys can hear what I'm listening to, and I'm not going to get taken down completely. But again, if the audio is too loud, let me know. I can bring it down. I'm just guessing, because right now I hear it at full volume because I'm listening to it directly. Whew. How is the sound compared to the... How is the sound? So I got a comment from Jiteth Punjabi saying, how does the sound compare to the B&O E8 Sports? Do the bass... So, I don't know. I haven't tested those. I doubt he's on this stream, but I'm going to respond to him. Hey friend, unfortunately, I have not tested those, so I cannot say how they compare. And also, I don't know which headphone they're talking about, so let me see what they're doing. Oh, the EQs. Oh, he's talking about the EQs. However, they should be better. The EQs should be better from a sound clarity and sound stage perspective. But until I get the E8s, yeah, E8s in hand, 38, E8, bro, E8s in hand, I won't be able to tell you solidly. All right. So, Cambridge Audio. Interesting. I haven't heard that name in forever. Let me check what these guys look like. And again, let me know if the level's too low or too high for you guys on the music front. But we are listening to Chill Hop just because this lets you guys hear a little bit of what I'm listening to. If I'm using, like, you know, actual music, I would get pulled down. But if you have thoughts on what you want me to test through these soundcores, throw them in the chat. I'll add it to this suggestion section, and I'll listen through it and give you my thoughts on it, and it'll probably be contributed into my sound analysis when I go through it, that recording on my full review, which hopefully will come out on Wednesday. If I'm not a piece of shit. But, you know, that might happen. But Wednesday's my goal. What is Cambridge Audio. Interesting. Whoa. So, question for you. Are these comfortable? Because they look like bullets. Yeah. Are these comfortable? I mean, you know, if they have foam tips and silicone, whatever, they might. Let's see. 45-hour battery life with 9 hours per. Wow, that's solid. Let's see what the tech specs say. Bluetooth 5.0, class 2. So you got regular aptX, AAC, SBC, low latency. You got 5.8 millimeter driver on the smaller side, but this battery is crazy. Microphones, MEMS, nice. So that means I'd probably have good quality. Frequency range is a little. Oh, the microphone. I was like, why is that so low? That's good. Cool. Okay, see, this is what I was looking for. So that's standard. I mean, they look interesting. The battery life's crazy. Maybe this is something I can add. I'll add to my list. Maybe I will do it. But yeah, tell me in the chat if it is comfortable. Because this literally looks like I'm throwing bullets in my ears. Like I would fire this out of a pistol. But let me add this to my list. Oh. This is technically sub 100. So just for like I've been keeping a list of sub 100 earbuds to kind of do like a single run on them. Or maybe do like a month or two of just like cheaper audio or earbuds for y'all. Because some of you guys have been requesting it. So I can add these ones. Cambridge Audio. Melomania plus ones. So these are kind of where my list is. I'm going to switch to make sure I'm actually showing this. Yeah, the E8s, like, they are completely different in terms of like their form factor and everything. I don't even think the drivers are the same, but I don't know what they are in terms of like how they feel and everything. I would just assume because of the price point and the fact that it's the same company that they position the EQs to be superior. So yeah, in terms of the sub 100 earbuds, I've been looking at sort of like this list here. Focus. There you go. So the Edifier Pro, the Earfun, the Moondrop Arias, the Clear Audio Ally Plus 2, the ATH. I actually might not do those ones. So I was going to because they looked super dope and they were really cheap. However, they came with only AAC and SBC, and I'm not down with that. There's no point in me looking at that because if I can't listen to my audio in like at least aptX, it's not gonna sound good. Anyway, back to this. Whoop. What? Hello, focus. The Neobuds, and now the Cambridge Audio Millomania plus ones or 1+s. So those are the sub 100s that I'm going to be looking at some point, probably in the new year. Again, maybe span over a couple of months, because unless I do them all in like a combined and like just buy them all and try to test them all really fast in a month. But I'll probably do individual ones just because that's more of my style. But that's kind of what I want to try to run through every now and then, just so I mix it up. I mean, I know a lot of you guys ask for premium stuff that's $150 or more, but I think it'll be fun switch up to see how good we can get at $100 or under. Man, you really didn't have a good experience with the Soundcores, huh? But yeah, I mean, these are all from the community, so I think they've all been pretty good. I did do like a little bit of a run through of like what's out there in terms of like reviews and stuff, just to make sure they're not too terrible. Because again, like, I'm not gonna make a video just to shit on it, but I will make a video that will be interesting and maybe it has like some sort of redeeming qualities at $100. But I think that list is good. But if you guys have another like other $100 or under headphones that are interesting from a wireless perspective, I can add it to the list and see how we go. But I think going down the budget range will be a good mix-up, just because we've been doing a lot of expensive headphones, and I know that's not within everybody's price range. It's just popular because people like to flex. But I would like to not flex all that heavy. I think I have my Master and Dynamics, and I'm happy with them. And that's probably as flexy as I'm going to get. I was really contemplating keeping the EQs, but $400 for like crappy controls, like I couldn't get on board with it. And it doesn't look like they're pushing any firmware updates to improve that at all either. Oh, look at that. My rant stopped when the Chill Hop stopped. It's like all this sounds pleasant. Oh, the bass is kind of heavy on that one. I was like, just as I said, everything sounds pleasant on this way, but the bass kind of overpowering it. I mean, I'm pretty sure this dude's voice doesn't come through on regular headphones either, but the bass is very prominent. Oh, let me go back to the audio sampling so that we're not looking at bullets, but I can add that. $11:34. All right, probably be on for like 20 more minutes, just playing around. But yeah, if you guys have anything in the chat, let me know. If you guys want to look at some headphones or you want to suggest music, definitely feel free to chime in the chat, and I will get to it. Right now, we're just going over the Soundcores. You know, it's very divisive, more divisive than I thought. When I looked at reviews, like literally across the board, everyone liked them. But as I went into like forums and I started reading like some of the written reviews, there were sort of more of a mix in how people felt about them. So again, video reviews are cool, but maybe some of them aren't the most honest. But I'm trying to be as honest as possible with these. I'm not going to say I hate them. I do like them for a lot of reasons. I will say I'm a little bit charmed with how good the controls are and surprised by the ANC, but there are some quirks around the audio quality based on genre and the mixing of the audio, that would impact your experience. And it also does require you to change the EQ quite a bit, which may not be to everyone's preference. So that's something I'll definitely put into the review to make sure that you guys have that perspective. But see, this is what maybe I should do this more often, because this does help me think about this a little bit better. Because I did shoot the outro yesterday for this. Spoiler, I'm recommending them. But I may be more cautiously recommending them. So maybe I'll re-record that section just to be a little bit more accurate. Because Sebastian, you make some good points, and it is stuff that I noticed through listening, especially with the rap or like high-pitched audio or higher toned singers. But yeah. How bad is the battery now? I'm just saying this, but there's probably some lag here. I forgot how big the lag I put on here, but yeah, Sebastian, whenever you hear this, how how much did the battery degrade? Because these, are giving me like 10 hours, 8 hours, something like that. I forgot what the spec was. So I wonder how bad it degraded. Did it get as bad as the PI7s, which are like 3 hours? Let's switch this up a bit. I'm not a big fan of the snare right now. Oh, this is chill hop. Nope, it's still not. I need to go back to this one before I get taken down. Play, my guy. I need to skip ahead. That's what it is. Maybe summer. Summer was usually more upbeat. But again, I'm using chill hop just so you guys can listen on. If you guys do suggest music, I'll listen to it. I'll give you my thoughts on how they sound through the sound course, but I will probably mute the audio because I am trying to make sure that this doesn't get pulled down in my stream. After the last 2.5 hours isn't lost to the world. So yeah, just keep that in mind. But we are wrapping up on the stream, probably 20 more minutes, and then I will be calling it a day. But I hope to do these more often. I do enjoy talking with you guys and learning more about stuff through your ears and your eyes. And yeah, it does allow me to get content out a lot faster just because I don't have to do all the editing. So it is a good way to sort of bridge the gap between my reviews. So definitely something I'm looking into getting out more often. But thank you guys for tuning in. We've had some good conversations over the past 2.5 hours, and we've listened to some music. I also got a good listen on the Silk Sonic album, so I'm happy about that. Ooh, that horn. Wait, Sebastian, you only get through a day even with the whole case? Or is that just through one charge? Because if you're getting a whole day through a charge, that's pretty solid. But I'm guessing you're talking about like all in all, a whole case, right? Which is fine, I guess. Yeah, over ears are required. Like I think a lot of people like the convenience of earbuds, but unless you have like some IEMs that are really expensive, you're not gonna get that sort of same sound stage and stuff like that. So I think that everyone should have an over-ear set that are neutrally tuned, so that they can enjoy their music and have a good bass line to listen from. I get that's harder because obviously every company kind of tunes it to be a little bit warm because that's kind of like the trend. However, as neutral as you can get would be great for you because that'll give you a good understanding. Bro, that stainless steel case, I have seen people's stuff. It looks like a war zone. Like, people, people look like they have gotten mad and just like punched the crap out of it and shanked it with a knife and all this other stuff. Like, I'm surprised that people go for the stainless steel one. So when I saw this version, I was like, I'm going with this one, guys. um, but yeah, like over ears, I like. On ears kind of mess with my ears a bit. I don't like them, and I don't get the good seal, so I'm okay. All right, Sebastian, thank you for tuning in, man. Good to see your face again, and thank you for your thoughts. Definitely gonna throw in some of that stuff in my review. So yeah, awesome. That will hopefully be out on Wednesday again. Again, I might be a piece of shit, but Wednesday. But yeah, Mark. Let's see. Yeah, over ear. I tend to go with over ears just because they're more comfortable. On ears, I was super into on ears when the Beats were out. You know, like the one that everyone had. But as I got more into headphones, just the over ear had a better seal. It felt more comfortable. But I do think that everybody should have a pair to reference out of. And yeah, and I know I've given people some. I've gifted headphones to people that or either recommended it or gifted them that don't fall into that neutral category. So I did like give my friend, what is it? I think I gave my friend Savannah the WF 1000 XM4s. They're not the most neutral headphones at all. They're really warm. However, as a traveling consultant, you need some ANC headphones, and they do well enough, you know. And if you're not super into audiophile and you don't have a lot of to reference from, they're gonna sound fine. They're gonna sound better than what you heard. So like, there was no risk in doing that, and they often go on sale, so I got them at a cheap price. But in terms of you enjoying your music and having good reference as you go into your audio journey, I suggest getting like a good set of over ears that are neutral. Whether they're wired or wireless, I think it's just important so that you have a good, pleasurable experience that you can run your music through, and always have a pair to run back to, especially for long listening days, like whether you're on calls or whether you're on home just listening. It's nice to be on over ears because these tend to die on you, but they also tend to sort of fatigue your inner ears. Also, they accumulate a ton of bacteria. So if you're not constantly throwing your stuff through a UV light, I would suggest buying one to make sure that you are staying healthy, especially in these unhealthy times that our world is going through. I'm asking my friend like for a song. She's giving me suggestions on like chill music to use, but I mean we're already on a chill hop playlist, so like I'll do it in the future potentially. I gotta check it over, make sure. She has questionable taste sometimes, but this one should be safe enough. But I'm asking if she has any thoughts on normal songs, non-copyright, like copyrighted music that I can listen to, so I can analyze, and we'll see what she puts up there. As that plays, I'm gonna see what else is in the hopper. Not the hopper. I don't have a hopper, but I just want to see what YouTube is recommending and things I can throw through that I know what the sound is. Oh, there's so much chip. Wow, I play like one chill hop playlist, and like the recommendations for quick picks are all chill hop. Okay, good algorithm there. Samika, feel free to blast me in the chat. You don't have to do it over Instagram. Foundation by Bronson and Odessa. Of course, it's an EDM song. It's probably gonna sound fine. I was talking to one of my viewers, or one of the stream viewers earlier today, about how this works for dancey music. Actually, wait, you're still on, aren't you, Mark? Yeah, yeah, you're still on, so it's gonna work for that. What is this? Let's see. Wired headphones, fancy. So I'll check that out. I will add this song that Samika added. Let's see. Foundation, Bronson, and Odessa. Odessa. I don't know about One Republic. I'm gonna skip that one. No, I don't know about One Republic. Let's see. Foundation. Bronson. Alright. I am going to cut the music so that I don't get copyrighted. I'll look up the JVCs. Let me just get this song on and mute the desktop audio so I maintain my stream. I think it's this one. I don't see and Odessa, but we'll play with it. This dude looks like Khabib Nurmagomedov. Fuck, I'm so bad at that name. What am I looking for? Oh, I'm looking for these JVC guys. So Mark in the chat, if you, because we were talking about what do you call it? Neutral headphones that you can from an over-ear perspective. He was recommending these on ears. Fancy. Wait, they're $35, bro. Is this the right one? XBXX Elacion. Elacion. Bro, are these supposed to be $35? But they're wired again. If you're looking for neutral ones, maybe this might be an option. They're super cheap. But you know, you have to be on that wired game. The build up on this song's dope. $10 and they jam hard. I'll add that to my wish list and see what the vibe is. I don't know when I'm gonna get to them, but I have been keeping a wish list of stuff. Wow, I need to lower the volume on this. But I need to keep the list chilling in terms of things I need to buy. But yeah, every time someone recommends something that I think I have a approach to review, I will add that to my wish list and see if I can get around to it. Okay, so Samika, Foundation. The build-up was actually extremely nice. Especially with the strings and the keys. It's super nice. Where does it get? And they start bringing up percussive elements and they're good balanced. I think what happens is when you start getting into the... This is fine still. Everything sounds good. Everything's balanced. They bring an up-tempo percussive elements. There's like a build up here. It's actually be a good workout song. I'll add that. Right here, yeah. So like at the 2-minute mark is when it starts getting unbalanced. The bass gets like overwhelming a little bit. Let me turn up the volume a little bit on this guy. Yeah, especially with volume. It gets muddy, actually. The bass is muddy on this song. So, like, everything before the 2-minute, beautiful. Once we start introducing that final element and that crescendo of bass at the end, not my favorite. Oof. Yeah, the Soundcore seemed to get a little bit over bloated on that one. This is actually the first song that I've heard it really uncontrolled. And that's not great. I'm definitely have to go back and listen to this song with some of my reference monitors and my reference headphones just to see how this is supposed to sound. But I can see that there's some bloated nature, like uber warm cat characteristics towards the end and the resolution of this song. So now it's better again. So like at the 235 mark, when it's starting to go into its resolution, it's fine because everything, all that bass is gone and it's just going into a calm, which is very Odessa. Yeah, so that was great. That was strange, but that's actually a good track. I'm gonna add that to my review. That is something that I was surprised by, because even with the rap songs that I've been using, like with Pop Smoke, it didn't get uncontrolled like that. Interesting. Interesante. Look at you giving me good advice. I'll do One Republic. I'm gonna... Yeah, let's see. Gotta lower it down. Wait. Damn it. Damn it. Wait, let me see if I can do something. Wait. Which glasses would work with this? So she made me put on Sunshine One Republic, and I'm like, I don't have the fucking basic white girl hat, but I have a denim jacket and like ridiculous shades. So this can be the vibe, because this is as basic as I can get right now. This is like hot girl summer music. We can also do the white girl dance. So, as we talked about earlier in this song, or in this stream, this is a dancey radio sound, so it sounds great on these headphones. So, again, for those mainstream sounds, these are perfect. Dancey music, happy music, radio music. It's going to be good. So, that's why I think that for the Soundcores, it's going to meet most people's needs, especially if they're not like heavy into the audio game. If you're heavier in the audio game, there's a lot of things that you can like point out that you could see improvements on, and that you might go to other headphones as a result. However, if you're just like trying to have a nice vibe and have better audio quality than an AirPods Pro, and start dabbling into better options, the Soundcores are not going to offend you at all, and you'll probably be really happy with them. All right. How we doing? We got like 5-10 minutes left before we end the stream. Let us do something that y'all can listen to. Just end the stream on a musical note. Let's do... I'm gonna try fall. I feel like fall is like super like solemn though. But it's late night here, so like, you know, whatever. It's chill enough. Hot. Puns. Also, it's copyright free enough. Which is the key, the biggest key of these things. All right. Yeah. They are. So, if you guys haven't heard of Corey Shapiro, he is my dude, and he has a company called Vintage Frames, and he's provided sunglasses for like literally every rap star you can think of. Bruno Mars, like Fat Joe, Jay-Z, like literally everybody. And he started by just literally taking a suitcase of sunglasses, going to all their shows, and just like hustle grind like from the roots. And I found him on Instagram, and you know I've ordered quite a bit from him as gifts and things for my personal collection. And he's a good dude. Like every time I have an issue with my glasses, he'll give me new ones. He'll give me extra lenses, all this other crap. And you know he'll give me insights on what new stuff is coming. So I really like his business. So if you have a chance, check out Vintage Frames. So vintageframes.com. Most of his stuff is plated in gold, and it has like the most insane selection of lenses. So like, yes, everyone has like similar styles of glasses, but no one has lenses like him. He takes pride in the combinations of colors that he can bring out in those shades. So I would definitely have you check that out. I think like he has like a really large range of like glasses that are around the $100 mark. You know, they're UV40. They have like amazing like flash on them. So maybe one day I'll do a review on that stuff because I have a decent collection of them. But like they all have like really cool. So like you have, I'm gonna bring out Bruno Mars version. Yeah, like all of them have like cool like multi-flash options. So this just looks like a brown, but then if in certain lights it's gold. For like the ones that you saw, like they're actually blue, but in certain lights they're pink. And then like, you know, he just has a ton of ridiculous stuff. So I would have you guys check out his collections. Very, very nice. Yeah, and they all start at like $100. They have super expensive ones like 24 karat gold. I don't think you guys need to play with that. Like wood, buffalo horn, all that stuff. Those are for like the rappers and stuff. But in terms of basic glasses, $100. And he can hook you up with any sort of lens combination you like. Also, they do prescriptions, but yeah, Corey's the man. Check him out. Yeah, I'll definitely do more stuff with his like either wear it or I will talk about it a little bit more. But I have a decently long relationship with that dude in terms of like our purchase histories. Yeah. Also, follow him on Instagram. He has the most hilarious Instagram ever. Like one, he'll show you a good amount of stuff on his Instagram. Like what? Like he'll show you a decent amount of all his releases, but also his stories are hilarious. He's like a really cute bulldog that like they're like an old married couple. They just like they bicker and stuff like that. But let me see. Vintage Frames. It's this guy. But all his stuff is funny. Like he's gonna release those glasses soon. I have a similar version, but not all acetate like that. But his stuff is dope. He also has like a white piano in his Montreal spot, and it's hilarious. Like he released glasses specifically for Elton John, and he got a white piano specifically for Elton John, hoping that he would have Elton John play in his store. It never happened, but he was trying real hard. But he's a funny dude. But yeah, like he does like a bunch of different stars. Love his shades. So definitely check him out. Also, he's releasing these ones. I'm not down with these, but you know, he's out there like that. Like I don't need a clock on my eyes. But he's bold. He's a bold man. Let's see what other interesting ones does he have. He also like he's like these two little kids. He's cool, and they actually help him design stuff as well. But yeah, he gets inspiration from everywhere. Like that's one of my favorite silhouettes that he has, where it has like a kind of like a thicker frame, but it's all like kind of machined to have holes. It looks very like to me they are very Millennium Puzzle-y. So if you ever sorry, this is where my weeb comes out. If you ever watch Yu-Gi-Oh, to me it reminded me of like the Millennium items, and that's the reason why I got that pair. But I love that. Okay, I got a message. Let's see what it says. Oh, shoot. See, look at me. I'm the... Sorry. Again, if you want to look at it, it's called vintageframescompany.com. I just type in vintage frames in Google, and that's what it is on Insta, so that's the reason why I look at it that way. But I said it wrong. But, Samika, thank you for correcting me, as always. But, yeah. Yeah. That's basically something you check out. But, yeah, guys, we're going to wrap this out really quick, just because... It is midnight here. I got work in the morning, and I still got to call my parents. So, yeah, I appreciate you guys sticking on for so long. Awesome conversations. I'll definitely try to get to all the things that you guys talked about in terms of tech. But again, this year is super slammed with other requests that we've gotten regarding phones and wireless earbud sets. But, yeah, all of your input is appreciated, and I hope you guys had fun on this stream, or if you have fun listening to the stream back. But, yeah. As always, appreciate you guys. Thank you for getting me this far. I couldn't have done it without you.